from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas, CSN Houston brings you Houston Astros baseball. Tonight, it's Game 3 of this four-game series between the Astros and the Texas Rangers. Good evening, everybody. Bill Brown, Alan Ashby, Julia Morales joins us in a few moments to talk about the latest installment in the battle for the silver boot. The Astros need one more win to claim that boot, and so far they've split the first two games in this series. Ash?
They've got a shot with Scott Feldman going to the mound tonight, and Scott's been really good in most of his starts recently.
And the batting race also will be in front of your very eyes tonight. Jose Altuve continues to lead in the American League, but Adrian Beltre is close.
Every night you watch Jose Altuve, you're looking at the Major League's best in terms of batting average. We're talking about for a couple of months right now. Altuve has been in or right next to the lead, and in hits also leading in the league. Of course, Jose Altuve can run out there, and Adrian Beltre has said of him that he has that ability to run, get down the line, get infield hits. He can do that, but he slams the ball around as well. Take note of that grand slam he hit in Boston. He'll shoot balls up the middle into right field. Jose Altuve has been a hitting machine this year and playing the rest of the game well. Now, Adrian Beltre is a guy, we've talked about it, has, I think, a great shot to wind up in the Hall of Fame. He's just a terrific player defensively and otherwise, a game changer in terms of the power that he has. Adrian Beltre, for me, one of the best players in Major League Baseball.
And the former Ranger Scott Feldman, the Astros opening day starter, goes against Texas tonight. Last time out against Texas for him went well.
And Scott Feldman has pitched well here in recent times. 6 of his last 7 starts have been quite good. 6 1/3 innings, his last start, that against Texas, in a win. 3 earnings in that ball game. Scott has been utilizing breaking pitches, in particular the curveball, more than a lot of other guys around Major League Baseball. He's also elevated to get a lot of his outs. Scott Feldman has come back with a vengeance now as we head toward the end of the season.
It's Feldman against lefty Robbie Ross tonight in Game 3 of this series. And coming up next, Jake Marisnick has attracted a lot of attention with the amount of ground he's covered in the outfield. And with laser throws, Julia Morales talks with him in just a moment.
this 4-game set, and it is all tied at 1 game apiece. Robbie Grossman returns to the outfield, joining Dexter Fowler and Jake Marisnick today. That's good news after missing a couple of games there. And it's a great group in the outfield for the Astros, especially when they got Jake Marisnick not that long ago, July 31st, in the trade with the Miami Marlins. And offensively, nothing stood out with him, but defensively, the player that the Astros got has been very, very impressive. We've seen him run down balls in center field, starting off with Towles Hill, a challenge right off the bat, but the arm has been good too. Starting that 9-5 double play, gunning down Elvis Andrus last night. He told me he's comfortable in all 3 positions in the outfield.
I feel like home out there, just being out there, and something I've done as a kid, just run around out there, and whether it's center, right, or left, I feel great. Excited just for the opportunity and get to run around out there, like you said. I like unique outfields. It makes it fun out there and gives a little challenge, and so I'm excited. Wherever I'm at out there, I'm comfortable.
He's been pretty impressive with the bat, too, though, lately in his last 18 games, batting .319, 2 for 4 last night, another impressive night. He's using the whole field, really impressing his skipper, who's saying he's been a nice addition to the lineup here lately. Don't go anywhere. First pitch lineups coming up after the break. Scott Feldman on the mound as the Astros try to take the silver boot from the Texas Rangers.
By Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by AT&T UVerse TV. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT. Mobilizing your world. The roof is closed. Partly cloudy skies outside. It's the Astros and Rangers. Game 3 of a 4-game series. The Astros 2-3 on this homestand. After the finale of this series tomorrow afternoon, they'll have a day off Monday for Labor Day. Come back out against the Angels Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Jake Marisnick getting all set, putting that cap on. Stylish looking player. And it's been fun watching him in the outfield as he has tracked down a lot of balls and made those throws. Good to hear from him on Julia's segment just a moment ago. Lineup cards have been exchanged. And now the 2 coaches who brought them out are headed back to their bench coach responsibilities. Dave Tremblay for Bo Porter. And Bo, a former Ranger, by the way. And then, of course, Tim Bogar, the former Astro, going back to the Ranger bench, where Ron Washington, a former Astro, is set to manage this ball game. The Astros are 3 games ahead in the standings, in 4th place in the AL West. They're 25 games behind, front-running the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And the Rangers are 28 games back. Robbie Grossman is back in the lineup tonight, back from an ankle sprain. He got that ankle taped right after coming out of the game and has missed the last couple of ball games. He was injured Wednesday against Oakland, and now coming back feeling good again. He'll be in that leadoff spot in left field for the Astros, who take the field right now with Scott Feldman heading for the mound. Feldman in the month of August has had a pretty good run, 3-2 with a 4.19 ERA, slightly lower than his overall seasonal ERA. And earlier, as we mentioned, against Texas, pitching well. Last time out, he was close to those numbers, 7 innings, 3 earned runs, but he lost to Oakland Monday night 8-2, Ash.
And he has been quite consistent here in recent starts, and you can take it right through the month of August. Considerably more consistent pitcher than he was early in the season. The last start against Oakland, I thought, pitched very well over 7 innings, allowing 3 earnings in that one, despite taking the loss. 2-1 lifetime in 5 starts against the Texas Rangers.
Here's their starting lineup. Leonis Martin leads off in center field. Elvis Andrus plays shortstop with Alex Rios in right field. Adrian Beltres at third base. The first baseman made his major league debut last night, going 1 for 5. He is Ryan Rua. The DH is Adam Rosales with Tomas Telis, the catcher. Rougned Odor at second base. Michael Choice in left field.
And right back on Scott Feldman. 24 starts on the year. He's 7-10 with a .434. The whip higher than he would like it to be. 43 walks allowed in 143 innings. Not a terrible figure. Right-hand hitters have hit .280 against him. He's very consistent against lefties and righties. And that figure is going to be a bit high one way or the other because he doesn't overpower anybody. Defensively for the Houston Astros tonight, behind Scott Feldman. In the outfield, left to right, it is Robbie Grossman, Dexter Fowler in center, Jake Marisnick in right. On the infield left side, Matt Dominguez and Gregorio Petit getting the start. On the right, it's Jose Altuve and Jesus Guzman. Just 1 error on his season in 46 games. Behind the plate, Carlos Corcoran.
The Astros lead the season series 9-5 versus Texas. They've won 8 of their last 10 from the Rangers. 1 more win over the Rangers gives them the silver boot, emblematic of the winner of the season series between the two. The Rangers have won that silver boot for the last 7 years from the Astros. Leonis Martin gets it going. He's hit .444 in the last 15 games. There's strike 1 for Feldman. Sean Barber, the home plate umpire, rings it up. Martin with 6 homers, 35 runs batted in, as a .274 average. And he had 2 hits Thursday night. Did not play in last night's game. No balls, 2 strikes. In addition to that game, he's been hitting well lately on this road trip. 6 for 13 with a homer, driving in 3 runs. Rangers won 2 of 3 in Seattle before coming here, and they're 3-2 on this road trip. Feldman gets a bouncer. Altuve moves quickly to his right, throws on to Guzman. 1 out.
Scott Feldman is not a big ground ball creator, and you can actually tell on that last pitch, which was hit on the ground, high fastball, and you get one of those rare swings that does put it on the ground.
Elvis Andrus will bat. Andrus getting himself situated in the box. .268, 2 homers, 34 runs batted in. And in 8 games here at Minute Maid Park, he's been a .313 hitter. That one moves in tight, and it's ball 1 to Andrus, who is 3 for 7 in this series. He drove in a couple of runs last night. One hopper, man. Dominguez backhands. Takes care of out number 2 on 2 ground balls for Feldman. And the opening day starter for the Astros, Scott Feldman, shoots for win number 8 of the season. He, Nolan Ryan, who's here tonight, and Danny Darwin are the only 3 pitchers who have 25 starts with both the Astros and the Rangers. 1-1 with a 3.29 ERA in the last 2 starts. That's 25 starts in 1 season for both of the 2 clubs. And you see his strikeout to walk ratio. With 2 outs, it's Alex Rios batting. Rios is playing with a banged up right thumb. There's ball 1. Hitting .280, 4 homers, 52 runs batted in. And that .293 against Feldman includes 3 homers off Scott. Dave Magadan's a hitting coach for the Rangers. He's a former Astro. 1 ball, 1 strike. A decidedly Houston flavor with Ron Washington, Tim Bolgar, and Dave Magadan, all there, former Astro players. Bouncer goes wide of third base. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and also, for that matter, the pitching coach Mike Maddox. But they have tied a major league record last night using their 59th different player of the season. That's not a good thing. Had to switch starting pitchers for tonight's game. And by now it probably seems old hat to Ron Washington, dealing with all these injuries, creating the need for 59 players to be used. So he has had to make a change in the starting pitcher tonight, going with lefty Robbie Ross, who was just called up from the minor leagues to make this start. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I doubt that Ron Washington or any manager would tell you that at some point during the season he threw his hands up, but you couldn't blame Washington if there was a point at which he did that with all the injuries.
No, that would be normal. He was supposed to start Miles Michaelis tonight, but he's having some shoulder discomfort. Foul back. Still 3-2 to Rios. Rangers won big here last night, 13-6. Both clubs in double figures in hits, 16 for Texas, 13 for Houston. Thursday night, Houston took it 4-2. Feldman gets a foul ball that keeps the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes on Rios. Well, Feldman, who has led this staff this year, his first start was a great one against the Yankees here, 6 2/3 innings of shutout ball and a 6-2 win opening night. And he had some problems with biceps tendonitis later in the month of April, forcing him onto the disabled list. Foul ball there keeps Rios alive. Lately, he has 5 quality starts in his last 6 efforts. Colin McHugh got the 4-2 win Thursday night with 7 innings of 2-run baseball. Last night it was Brett Oberholzer lasting 4 1/3. He was tagged for 7 earned runs. And the Rangers bats occasionally do wake up as they did last night. There's a line shot to left field. Grossman in. Grossman slides and robs Rios. In a 1-2-3 first, Feldman gets a nice play from his left fielder and puts up a 0. 1, 2, 3 in the first. Now the Astros come up with this starting lineup for Bo Porter, brought to you by Jack in the Box. Robbie Grossman will be the first batter up. He is in left field. It's Jose Altuve at second base. Chris Carter, the DH, batting third. The cleanup man is center fielder Dexter Fowler. At first base, it's Jesus Guzman. The catcher's Carlos Corberan. Right fielder Jake Marisnik. Third baseman Matt Dominguez. Shortstop Gregorio Petit.
And on the mound, left-hander Robbie Ross. 2-5 on his year, 6.06 the ERA, 90 hits allowed in 65 innings. That is a lot of hitting going on, and you can see most of that coming from the right-hand hitters. 352 that mark. Even the lefties hitting almost 290, 9 home runs allowed. Just his second start since way back in mid-May.
He's 25 years old, from Nicholasville, Kentucky. Robbie Grossman has not really gotten it going as a right-handed batter so far. The switch hitter taking ball one. Beginning the night at 215 with 6 homers, 31 runs batted in. 407 though against the Rangers with 3 homers for Robbie Grossman. So it's Robbie against Robbie, and it's 1-1. Ross facing Grossman. Grossman's hitting 190 as a right-handed batter. Bangs that one off his leg, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
You go from one year to the next on some players, and you'll see the numbers change drastically, and that has been the case for Robbie Grossman a year ago, hitting well over the 300 mark as a right-hand hitter.
One hopper goes foul.
Beltre's just going to keep having fun down there.
He just will not stop having fun.
He stopped at the chalk as if there was a cliff that he was going to fall over.
Yes, he did. Good body language of a guy who is loose and enjoying it.
Don't make me go over that cliff now. I'm telling you, I'm stopping here.
It's 3-2. Ross has been cutter happy as a reliever, but has tried to retool himself and gotten away from throwing the cutter to go with more of the typical 4-pitch mix for a starting pitcher. That's line, but it's foul. Failing to make the play. What? Is that a Clemens jersey? Yeah, it's a Clemens jersey. Robbie Ross, a second-round pick in 08 on the Rangers. Pitched 65 times in relief last year. Bouncer to shortstop. Elvis Andrus cruising, throwing him out.
Well, Brownie, you bring up another player who's had a drastic change from last year to this. The numbers not good at all for Robbie Ross this year. Last year, very effective in 65 games in relief for these Texas Rangers.
The Rangers have tried so many different pitchers, and now out of necessity Ross comes back. He's worked 65 1/3 innings this year. This is his 11th start. He faces the major league leader in batting average, Jose Altuve, at 332, has 6 homers, 44 runs batted in for Jose. There's strike one to Jose, and he has ripped left-handed pitching this season. In fact, he has the top figure against southpaws in the American League, hitting .414. He's 0 for 2 against Ross in his career. That one came in on him, and he fouled it for an 0-2 count. Altuve has 184 hits to lead the majors and 55 multi-hit games. He came up with another one last night with a 2 for 5 game. He's on a 7-game hitting streak. And 1-1, and the batting race is close. Altuve at 332 coming into this game. Victor Martinez, DHing for Detroit in game 1 of a doubleheader, went 2 for 4 today. He's now at 329. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Beltre began the night at 327. He'll be batting in the next inning.
Going through some numbers earlier today on Jose Altuve, he has been at 330 or above without a day falling below since June 19th.
Boy, that is some kind of consistency. 3-2. Jose has walked 30 times this season. It's in the air, foul. Month of September will reveal the batting champions, and this race in the AL should be a lot of fun for the fans to watch. There hasn't been a 24-year-old batting champ in a few years in the American League. Altuve is down on strikes.
Jose offers it a pitch maybe up out of the strike zone, and he even asks about it at the end of the swing. But sometimes you simply elevate, and for Jose, he can hit anything. Defensively for the Texas Rangers tonight, Michael Choice in left, Leonis Martin in center, and Alex Rios in right. On the infield left side, Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrus. On the right, Rougned Odor and Ryan Rua behind the plate. It is the youngster, Tomas Telis.
You were rolling your R's there.
Well, I was
Ryan Rua.
Rolling my eyes at one point there.
1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Carter, who's led the world since July 1st in homers, slugging, and runs batted in. 33 homers, 78 runs batted in, a .228 average. So we have a batting race involving an Astro, Altuve leading, and a home run race involving an Astro. Carter in second place in the Major League home run race with Nelson Cruz leading with 1 more, 34. That's high, and the center fielder Martin moves in a few steps to make it a 1-2-3 first for both hurlers. We go to the second with no score.
Bobbleheads of Nolan and Reed Ryan, and we all wanted to tell you about In-Game Live over at csnhouston.com, because In-Game Live is your source for all the stats you need that go beyond the box score. You can also vote for your player of the game, because your top choice gets shown on TV afterwards on Astros Postgame Live. All right, back to the bobbleheads. I was asking Nolan Ryan last night about the bobblehead, and he was saying, A, he likes the bobblehead, and B, it reminds him of when he was a player and he tried to include the family, bring the boys out to the games, all that good stuff. So that inspired tonight's Twitter question: how much did Dad influence your love of baseball? I want some good, sappy stories here. Tweet me at HoChenCSN. I read the best tweets on TV. Guys.
Thanks, Howard. We'll get right back to you with a question, so hold on. Don't go anywhere. As Adrian Beltre leads it off in a scoreless game in the second. And that's a very good pitch for Feldman, getting the call from Sean Barber on strike 1 to a .327 hitter with 17 homers, 68 runs batted in. He's right there tied for third in the AL batting race, and with that .380 on base percentage, a very tough out. He watches that slider go away from him, and it's a 1 ball 1 strike count. Howard, of course, a seasoned observer of professional sports. You know that there are no ties in baseball, so what's that around your neck?
This would be a bow tie. I actually have a good friend of mine, Gio, giving you a shout out right here. She designs and makes bow ties. She's very skilled at that. And she gave me this bow tie, and I was like, sure, why not? I'll try to rock it. So hopefully it's looking okay.
It's looking absolutely fabulous. Marvelous. Marvelous, Howard.
Well, thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Beltre. Beltre's hit .383 against the Astros with 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. And goes down and hooks that one as a line drive to left field, but it's foul.
I mentioned that Jose Altuve can hit just about everything. I would put Adrian Beltre in that category as well. Take a look at this pitch. He almost gets a double on.
Yeah.
Look at how he keeps the body, the upper body, down in through that baseball. He comes mighty close.
He really can hit some bad balls and hit them hard. This one's in the air, and the left fielder Robbie Grossman is sprinting over toward the line, and Grossman is there for out number 1. And when you think about these top 3 guys in the batting race, Altuve, a good bad ball hitter, so is Beltre. Victor Martinez is outstanding. And all those guys really keep their strikeouts down low, Ash.
Yeah, I guess that's a debate with a lot of people. Is it key to keep the strikeouts down low? Obviously, it should, for guys in the heart of the order, enable them to drive in more runs because you'll have that man at third less than 2 outs. It's been a highly debated topic over the last decade or so.
Ryan Rua made his major league debut last night and got a hit in 5 at bats. He rates the start again tonight. Bangs out a line drive. Grossman takes care of that one. That's his 3rd play already in the top 5 batters.
Way too early to determine if Ryan Rua is going to be a big-time major league hitter. He did well at the minor league level. Slender fellow, but he has swung the bat quite well now in these 2 nights.
Had a good minor league season. Just joined the club last night. And the Rangers made a series of personnel moves before this game tonight. And among them, they have designated Mike Karp for assignment. He was the starting first baseman here Thursday night. So that could pave the way for more playing time for Rua. Adam Rosales takes strike 1. At .333, he has 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. He's been a good contributor to the Rangers offense, hitting .373 in the month of August. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Rosales bounces 1 foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adam. Rangers and Astros are both averaging 4 runs per game. The Astros have scored 541 runs, 1 more than the Rangers. It's 2-2. Last night was the 4th time the Rangers have scored 13 runs in a game this year. All of them have been on the road. That's odd because their home ballpark is one of the best hitting parks. Getting in front of it, there's Petit. On over to Guzman. 6 straight retired by Feldman and friends. No score.
Out and join us for the Badges and Bases 10K, 5K run at Minute Maid Park. That's on Saturday, September 27th, presented by the Astros Foundation and the Houston Police Foundation. There will also be a kids fun run for ages 12 and under. All participants will receive a commemorative t-shirt. Register at astros.com/race.
Have to get our slashes in the right direction, don't we?
Yeah, I don't want to backslash when it should be forward. And by the way, that is in 2014 and no other year.
Okay. Dexter Fowler hits one just foul. There's strike one. Dexter's on a 6-game hitting streak. Had a collision in the outfield last night on a ball Jake Marisnick caught in right center field. Fowler had gone 2 for 2 in that game, drove in a run, and then he came out after that collision with a .378 on base percentage. He ranks 5th in the American League. And that one comes in on him, and he's jammed on it. No balls, 2 strikes to Fowler. Fowler has an on base average over .450 when leading off innings. He'll be followed by Guzman and Corporon in this inning. He lays off, and he swung, according to that call by Tony Randazzo. Strikeout number 2.
It looked to me like Fowler had already conceded to that point. Watch as he has the bat go forward, then he just kind of starts walking in that direction. That's a tip-off and probably enables a first base ump to just immediately throw up the fist.
Which he did. 4 straight retired by Ross. Jesus Guzman following. Ball 1 to Guzman, a 196 hitter with 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. He's been mixed into that starting lineup a few times in recent days. That started in the Wednesday game here against Oakland. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Jesus came off the bench last night, going 1 for 3 and driving in a run. In the dirt for a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Guzman was on the disabled list with back spasms, activated from that DL 11 days ago. It's 3 balls and a strike for Robbie Ross. He's been in and out of that rotation, in and out of the major league uniform for the Rangers this season. Made a spot start August 14th against Tampa Bay. And that's a walk. First base runner of the game is Guzman. That's 22 walks in 66 innings for Ross. Carlos Corporon will be next. Guzman the runner for Corp, a .240 hitter. He has 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. A switch hitter who, as a right-handed batter, is hitting .238. Jason Castro getting a night off against the lefty. Jason has homered in each of his last 2 games. Both clubs scored in the first inning last night. The Astros had gone 11 games without scoring in the first. And that turned out to be a good first inning team with 76 runs scored, tied for 5th in the majors. But tonight Ross kept them quiet. Marisnick is on deck. In the air to right field. Rios. 2 outs. Now Marisnick comes up. Jake has hit .272 for the Astros with 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. Has great defensive value.
Jake Marisnick, Brownie, for me has been rather eye-opening. His defense is stellar. His arm right along with it, just spectacular. Runs extremely well. And his bat has been much better than I might have anticipated coming out of the minor leagues.
Had 2 hits last night. He's 2 for 6 in this series. In his last 18 starts, he's hit .319. Chopped slowly to shortstop. Andrus charging with the toss to Odor for the force on Guzman. After 2, scoreless.
Do you mind if we stand just right here for 2? The Rangers, and it's the Houston area Chevy dealers military appreciation night. The Houston Astros recognizing lots of military members. I'm with Kevin Luciola and Craig DeSurf with Chevy. But Kevin, I want to talk about the foundation that you're with, the Military Warriors Support Foundation. It sounds like this program does a lot of things for members of the military. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tonight we awarded a completely mortgage-free home thanks to our partners at Wells Fargo and Chevy. Next month we will do our 600th home. We do about 200 plus a year homes that we award. At our core, we're really trying to help the transition that a lot of these men and women and families are going through as they're coming back from combat. Our program's eligible for anybody who received a Purple Heart in any war, or Gold Star families, meaning families that lost a loved one in combat.
Special to be a part of that presentation today.
Thank you. It's absolutely amazing.
I'm sure you are. I want to bring Craig in. Because Chevy, I mean, you said it earlier, Chevy, baseball, apple pie, it all goes together. But why did you guys want to be a part of this?
I think it's just the right thing to do with somebody like Kemney getting the free home tonight and mortgage-free for all he's done for the country. I think it's the least thing we can do as a community to come together, and a great partnership is to reward people like this, you know, a great American hero. He's done a fantastic job and well-deserved of it.
I think both of you, and our home receiver, I guess I should say, was a little camera shy, but what a great gift for him to have a home today, and just a very, very special thing that you guys are doing. So thank you so much for being here, and enjoy the rest of the game. Guys, we'll go back to you in the booth.
Thanks, Julia. That's a great program. Tomas Talis is the batter. The switch hitting catcher fouls it. We saw him for the first time in last night's game. And Talis had an RBI single in 5 trips. 4 for 13 as a major leaguer, calling up from Round Rock August 25th. The Rangers tabbed him to do some of the catching for them. He looks pretty good so far. Made a throw to third base to nab Marwin Gonzalez trying to steal last night. Talis, one of those Ranger players who's been in the minor leagues since 2008. He's from Venezuela, listed at 5'8", 175, a switch hitter who's 22 years old.
He's got that short, stocky catcher's body like a Pudge Rodriguez, and I think that body has a chance to be really quick behind the dish.
Well, they've gone through some different catchers this year. You could say that about just about every position on the field for the Rangers, including A.J. Przinsky earlier this season. Soft fly ball to left field. Robbie Grossman got a good start on it. That makes it easy for out number 1. And that's 7 straight set down by Feldman. Rougned Odor will follow. He showed off his power again last night. Odor has hit 2 homers against the Astros this season. 7 overall with 35 runs batted in and a 247 average. Hasn't done much lately, but last night as he went deep on a 3-run shot in the 7th inning, he hit the ball very well.
Robbie Grossman has been a busy man to this point. 4 plays already.
Yeah. There's a bunt going foul.
One of those a very nice play back in the 1st inning, robbing Alex Rios.
If Feldman pitches a no-hitter tonight, we'll be talking about that play.
There you go, talking no-hitter already.
Happened again. See. Altuve fields a 2-hopper. On over to Guzman, out number 2.
Well, I hope you feel good about yourself. You had absolutely no impact on that swing.
Somebody's going to say we're jinxing him now.
We've already gotten past that point.
Might as well get it out of the way. Michael Choice comes up now after 8 straight have been retired. Feldman looking in as Choice gets set to bat at 179 with 9 homers, 31 runs batted in. First career 3-hit game was last night, batting 9th as he is tonight. He had a double, a 3-run homer, and a single in 4 trips in last night's game.
That home run, a bomb way up on the tracks in left field. And what's it get him? 9th spot in the order the next day.
Maybe Walsh thought that he didn't want to mess with success.
See, that's the thing. You bat 9th and you have a good night, and now you're comfortable as a 9-hitter. You get seated on the bench and you have a nice night as a pinch hitter, and look out, because you are now a role player.
Don't get too good at that pinch hitting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Choice has a 251 on base average this season. Target down and in. The pitch is there for strike 3. 3 perfectos for Scott Feldman in a scoreless game at Minute Maid.
And the Astros. Time for you to tweet us your photos using hashtag CSNHFanPhoto. This is for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming broadcast, and it was brought to you by AT&T. Guys.
Thanks, Julia. That's Howard Chen's department. He does it very well. He'll be looking over those submitted photos extremely carefully as he prepares his bow tie for his next broadcast. You like Howard in the bow tie today?
I love it. I only a really secure man can wear that bow tie like Howard does tonight and just look that good, that manly.
It is impressive stuff. Matt Dominguez steps up in a scoreless game and a hitless game for both teams. There is strike 1 from Robbie Ross to Domingo, starting the night at 223 with 14 homers, 51 runs batted in, and there's the slash line on him. It's in the air. Ross points it out, and the middle infielders go out for it, but they're called off by Leonis Martin. And that's out number 1. Ross may not be in this game too long tonight. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time. It's coming up later in tonight's game, and it's brought to you by Miller Lite. Ross has been working in relief, so perhaps he will not be asked to throw a lot of pitches in this game. Gregorio Petit is batting in the 9th spot for the Astros. Petit playing shortstop. Marwin Gonzalez is banged up. Right hamstring is bothering him a little bit. Petit takes, and it's strike 1. 292 for Gregorio with 1 homer and 5 runs batted in.
Marwin might want to keep his hamstring aggravated throughout his career the way he's been playing.
Okay. 2-2.
It's a funny thing. You'll get a sore leg, and that's when you'll start just hanging out the rockets that you have to go extra bases on. I don't know what it is, but it seems like it happens time and time again.
1-2. Petit has had 14 starts, and he's had hits in 10 of those 14. Went 1 for 4 at third base last night. He's been primarily a left side of the infield player, usually a shortstop, throughout his career.
Well, we got a little peek at that really nice arm he has last night.
Yes, we did. 3-2. He zipped a few throws over to first base. Full count for Robbie Ross, working quickly tonight. That's strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Ross.
This is just good old country hardball right on the outside corner. And I think Gregorio knew he had been had.
These pitchers are mowing down hitters from both teams. Grossman worked the count full. He grounded out in the first inning. The Astros 13-14 for the month of August, averaging 4.3 runs per game. That is ball 1. They have won 3 series already from the Rangers this season. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Old Porter's Club 2-3 on this homestand, with the Angels coming up next as they face 3 teams from the West. There's a shot and knocked down, and Beltre makes the laser throw across to make another fine play for out number 3 after 3 innings. No runs and no hits in this game.
Game Rangers and Astros. Join us for our high school baseball experience and play a game at Minute Maid Park. We'll create an experience your group is sure to remember. Call 1-877-9-ASTROS or visit groupsales@astros.com. No slashes involved.
Oh, thank you. 0-0. Scott Feldman throwing ball one to Leonis Martin. Martin led off the game with a grounder. Feldman has 4 ground ball outs and 4 outs to Robbie Grossman in this game so far. That's in the air, and Robbie comes in for this one, but in front of him, the shortstop Petit makes the catch. That is 10 Rangers in a row set down by the former Ranger Feldman. Everything routine except for that excellent play for the 3rd out in the 1st inning on Rios by Grossman. Elvis Andrus steps up after grounding to 3rd in the 1st inning. He has hit .400 against Feldman for his career coming into this game. Those are 2 outstanding early game pitching lines. And it's strike 1 for Feldman. In his last start, Scott threw first pitch strikes to 22 of 29 batters. That's off the plate, and it's 1-1. Feldman is facing the Rangers for the 4th time this season. That's a ball, and that makes it 2-1. Andrews looks it over carefully. First time out at Texas for Scott this season. April 11th, he pitched 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball, but got a no decision. The Astros lost that game in the 12th, 1-0. Now it's 3-1. In this game, Scott has thrown first pitch strikes to 8 of 11 hitters. Andrews fouls it. It's a full count with Rios on deck. Andrews was signed by the Atlanta Braves back in '05, traded to Texas in a multiplayer deal involving Mark Teixeira going from Texas to Atlanta. Tolly Feliz came along with Andrews in that package. Matt Harrison, Jared Saltalamacchi, and another player. He came back to strike him out, and that's number 2.
Feldman comes with a little slider. Maybe misses location. Corporon set up away. This one winds up on that inside edge, that front door slider. And sometimes that induces a swing that starts up a bit tardy.
Alex Rios, line near the left field line. Robbie Grossman made a very good sliding catch to rob him. It's a first pitch curve, and there's strike 1. And curveballs have been coming out of Scott Feldman's hand the highest percentage of the time of any major league pitcher, 29.9. 1-1.
It's been a big part of his success here in the second half.
He's into a nice quick rhythm tonight. 2 balls and a strike. Rios homered here off Feldman on May 14th. Cracks this one on the ground to Matt Dominguez. Wow, is that a clean 4 innings with no base runners for Scott Feldman and no score?
Time now for the Geico quote of the day. Ted Williams, he was born on this day in 1918. He said, if I was being paid $30,000 a year, the very least I could do was hit 400. Why not? Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be the least.
Okay.
I'd like to know what he would do, to really have a good year. If he'd have gotten, say, 32,000.
Well, we haven't seen a quote like that for a while, have we? No score. Neither club has a base hit in this game. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it's Jose Altuve. The only base runner, Guzman, on a one-out walk in the second against Robbie Ross, who delivers, and it's a strike call in on Altuve.
Wasn't it the Bambino who made $100,000 and said, when compared with the president's salary, that he had a better year than the president? And,
yes.
And Ted Williams was able to make 30. I think he was being a little modest.
Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Who was the president at that time, by the way? Warren Harding?
It wasn't Reagan.
Well, if it was Herbert Hoover, the Babe might have been right. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it was Calvin Coolidge.
I'm not sure statistically you can back up that statement, but
it's hard to do that. 3 balls, 1 strike. For Robbie Ross. Martin way over to right center. And that is ball 4. Altuve takes the second walk of the night from Ross. He's aboard for Carter.
Well, let's go ahead and jumpstart that running game.
That's a thought. Altuve 1 steal away from number 50. Michael Bourne, the last Astro to steal 50 in his season. He had 52 steals in 2010. Carter hit a fly ball to center. He looks at ball 1. Right side of the infield is wide open. Altuve is 49 for 56. He leads the American League. He's 3rd in the majors. Taylor's made a good throw to 3rd, as we mentioned last night. It's a 2 ball, no strike count. Has thrown pretty well in the minor leagues, but the Rangers are like everyone else, wanting to see more.
They're trying to find that catcher who combines the strong defense with some offense. Robinson Chirinos, not as much offense yet as they would like.
He has a tremendous arm. Now 3-0 to Carter. And at this point, Taylor goes out to talk with Ross. Ross threw 42 pitches 2 days ago. That's why he may not be in this game very long. He's thrown 50 so far.
Taylor's looked like, as he was standing there on the mound talking, and he glanced over toward his own dugout on the third base side, as if he was saying, well, those guys over there, they would prefer if you'd go ahead and throw a few strikes.
Foul back, and figured on this green light situation with Carter and the way he's been hitting for 2 months. 3-1 now.
Get that good swing when you let it go 3-0. And Chris does. He gets a pitch you can actually drive.
And he does drive this one to left field, but not very far. Michael Choice back. He didn't get it on the barrel, and that's out number 1.
It's that same nice little smooth stroke, though, from Chris. Like you say, he didn't quite center it up, but look at how nice and easy he's going after the ball. And he's been driving it to all fields with that stroke.
1 out. Dexter Fowler follows. Fowler struck out in the second inning. Ross opened this season in the Texas rotation. He made 9 starts. Then he was moved to the bullpen May 21st. And after 9 relief appearances, he was optioned to Round Rock June 17th and returned to a starting role. So it's been back and forth for him. There's ball 1. He has lost 5 straight decisions as a starter at the major league level. Lifetime record of 12-7. Ground ball slowly hit. Andrews hurries to second, and then Odor with a strong throw, but not in time to double up Fowler.
Dexter got tied up a bit on a pitch right there on the inside edge. No shot realistically to get the double play, but the Rangers went through with the effort.
Fowler's aboard for Guzman. Fowler has 7 stolen bases in 10 tries. Guzman drew a walk in the second inning. Ross delivers, and it's strike 1 for Robbie. In Robbie's last 6 starts with Round Rock, he was 4-2 with a 2.79 ERA. One ball, one strike. Round Rock plays in the Pacific Coast League, as does the Astros' current AAA affiliate, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City with a big game tonight, with just a half-game lead in its division of the PCL. Full foul, and it's a 1-2 count. The regular season just about over in the Pacific Coast League. It was a tough loss for Oklahoma City last night. They had a 3-0 lead, then a rain delay, and they couldn't bring back their starting pitcher, Nick Tropiano, because of the rain delay. And then they lost it in extra innings. So now their lead has dwindled down to a half game, and that is what makes tonight's game very important for them. Tropiano went 3 1/3, by the way, last night, pitching scoreless baseball against the Iowa Cubs. Guzman swings at it, striking out. That's strikeout number 4, and it's still hitless and scoreless through 4.
The Astros wives and girlfriends taking part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. This happened about 2 o'clock today on the field, and they challenged Diamondbacks, Phillies, Orioles, and Texas Rangers wives. Don't you love this? Look at who dunked them with ice, guys. That would be the players behind them. There's significant others on the other end of that. Love this.
That looks like fun.
Also, we're hoping to show you a very special video that was done by our guys in the studio having to do with this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Very special cause that is, so we're hoping to show you that later.
You took the challenge, correct, Julia?
I did, and I challenged Dallas Keuchel, and he came through.
0-0 ball game. Scott Feldman works to Adrian Beltre. And first pitch breaking ball is fouled away by Beltre. There's strike 1. Back on July 12th, Beltre was in the top spot in the American League batting race. He was hitting .341. And then the next day, Altuve had moved in front of him. So these two guys have been dueling for a while. No balls, 2 strikes.
The other guy that I think had a brief fling with the batting title lead was Robinson Cano.
Yeah.
Maybe a day or two.
You're right. 1-2. Where does Robbie stand right now?
He's third at this moment. I have it. Altuve, Martinez, Victor Martinez of the Tigers, and Robinson Cano.
Oh yeah, he was.
Adrian Beltre right there with Cano.
Yeah. Cano 327 also before tonight's game.
You know that Jose Abreu, who I said has been best player in the league so far this year, he's next in batting average.
Wow. Altuve throws out Beltre, 1 out. Quite a year for Abreu.
I don't know that Abreu is going to get that MVP award, and I don't know how many people agree that MVP is at least in most seasons for me the best player. But I think Abreu has been the best overall player in the American League.
Very good. Ryan Rua hit the ball in the air to Robbie Grossman in the 2nd inning. It's up high to him for ball 1. Ryan, a 17th round pick in 2011. Up the middle, first hit of the game. A clean shot through into center field.
Tough slider. Just went right with it back up the middle. There's some of the names on that MVP list. And Mike Trout's been coming on again. You know, the Angels, if they wind up winning that tough West, Trout's going to get a lot of attention. No doubt. Josh Donaldson with the A's as well. Nelson Cruz, terrific year. Is he the best player on the O's? I don't know. Adam Jones might be the guy for me. And then Jose Abreu, phenomenal numbers in his first year in the major leagues.
Adam Rosales is the batter. It's a foul ball. Strike 1 to Rosales, who's DHing tonight.
What culture am I from if I read right to left like that?
You're from Orbit's culture.
Ooh. Thanks for the compliment.
The space alien culture. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Saw where Orbit and JP Arancibia were throwing their differences behind them today.
Oh, really? I thought they were continuing their duel.
Yeah, they seem to have met and made up and shook the hands of each other. And
their battle got very personal as of last night. That Texans cheerleader routine Orbit pulled on JP Arancibia.
That was strong. Actually, I had no idea JP was that good looking, but
did we ever get a shot of that, by the way?
I don't know if we did. There's JP.
Orbit made up a poster of a Texans cheerleader and put JP Arancibia's face on the cheerleader.
JP recently married Kimberly Perry, the lead singer for the band Perry.
Strike call makes it 2-2. Kimberly probably liked that routine. JP's been a very good sport here.
He's a very good guy. A nice, engaging fella. If you haven't had that chance
to be engaged.
Well, I know you've had that opportunity once in life, and you've done it very well.
In the dirt, and it's 3-2. This game has moved swiftly along, Ash.
Way to go.
That'll do it.
Way to crush it, buddy.
We'll do it.
I don't know if you'll have any impact on no hitters, but you just took it too far.
Runner going, and that's a line drive. Lisnick over, makes the catch. He's got a shot at a double play. Here's the throw off the bag, though. No double play. An accurate throw would have doubled off Rua. And Rosales is retired for out number 2.
Well, Marisnick does everything right on this play. with the exception of keeping the throw on line. He maybe could have stayed behind the ball one more step and stepped into it, but it's hard to fault anything Jake has done defensively.
Threw out a runner at third last night. Marisnick with 3 outfield assists with the Astros. Make it 4 now. There's a throw over to first. Tomas Telis is the batter. He hit a fly ball to left. Joe Sheehan wrote an interesting scorecard article in Sports Illustrated about the new commissioner, Rob Manfred. Oh, this one gets away. Guzman throwing to second base, but not in time. So on the misplay, Rua goes from first to second. The throw getting away from Guzman. Feldman had not made an error this season coming into this game.
I'm not sure he made one here.
Probably didn't. Looked catchable, didn't it?
Jesus Guzman gets the error for me.
It is charged to Guzman. E3. His second of the season. First runner to reach second base in this ball game. Ground ball goes foul. No balls and 1 strike. So Joe Sheehan, writing scorecard in Sports Illustrated, talks about what he feels the new commissioner, Rob Manfred, should do. And he cites a couple of statistics. He says strikeouts, 28,000 plus, are nearly as common as hits in Major League Baseball, 31,000 plus. Late innings are dominated by relief pitchers throwing 95 for 1 inning at a time. Pitch is a high strike call, and it's 0-2 for Scott Feldman.
Yeah, I'm all for expanded strike zones. That probably takes it a little far for the way the strike zone is generally called today.
Relievers are striking out 22% of the batters they face this year. It's a high pitch to third. Dominguez with the throw takes care of out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left, no score.
Versus JP Arencibia. Well, it started last time the Rangers were in town, but this series, JP Arencibia spotted posting those pictures of Orbit around. Well, Orbit got him back. This was on the Jumbotron on El Grande yesterday. Arencibia was actually trying to hit when it happened. Couldn't believe it. Orbit never stops. This is before the game yesterday. Arencibia decided to just sign it. These two are going to make up. We thought that this would go on, but today before the game, these two had an intervention, as you see there. They made up. All is well. Man, that orbit guy, he is something else to watch. But JP Arancibia had a lot of fun with us, too. I talked to him about it, and he was like, I got to get him back. What am I going to do? You got to help me. I'm like, I'm on Orbit's team. I am not helping you out. But I thought that it was a lot of fun to watch these two have fun with each other.
That's a good little clip. No score. We go to the bottom of inning number 5. Carlos Corporán, the batter. He hit a fly ball to right. This one goes in the air toward right center. Martin coming over and calling. It's a 1-pitch out, number 1 here in the 5th for Robbie Ross. Jake Marisnick will be next. He's taking a little extra time before coming up.
Bring the whole family out every Sunday home game right here at Minute Maid Park this year for Family Sundays presented by Kroger with the Astros. The next Family Sunday is tomorrow as the Astros take on these Rangers. For tickets, call 1-877-9-ASTROS or visit Astros.com.
Phil Klein is warming up in the Ranger bullpen, but Robbie Ross has a no-hitter and throws strike 1 to Jake Marisnick. It's hard to take a pitcher out of a no-hitter unless he's on a pitch count that's pretty low. 1-1.
I'd have a hard time. I'd have to really sit down and chat with the young man.
What if he chatted you up and it didn't make sense to let him throw 100 pitches?
Well, you know, I get it. And arms are to be protected in the game today, no doubt.
And how do you take this out of the game?
Yeah, it really is hard.
It is.
And I've caught so many guys through the years and heard their own personal commentaries after being taken out or whatever went on. And most guys feel they can go more and that it's not harmful, but who's to say?
He has that cutter working. He has 5 strikeouts. Here's Matt Dominguez. He looks at ball 1. The White Sox beat the Tigers today in Chicago 6-3. That was game 1 of a twin bill. Chris Sale struck out 13. He's a Cy Young contender, not the number 1 contender, but King Felix, who has been the number 1 contender, did not do well last night, pitching on 6 days rest. So he has slipped a little bit. And he lost that game and gave up several earned runs. 3 balls, no strikes. So Sale is gaining ground. He beat Max Scherzer, who's 15-5.
That's pretty impressive, and that game could go a long way to helping Sale get some nods in terms of the voting for the Cy Young. I'm not sure right now who the American League Cy Young Award winner would be if you cast the ballots today.
It has become a little more muddled, hasn't it? Last 24 hours or so. Dominguez takes a 2-out walk. That's the 3rd walk for Robbie Ross.
Chris Sale, your leader in ERA.
He's 11-3 with a 2.11.
Tell you what, if he continues to pitch at this pace, he might be the guy that gets it.
Some people are looking at his innings pitched figure, which is well below the leaders.
Well, he spent some time on the DL.
Gregorio Petit struck out looking in the 3rd. Scherzer giving up 5 earned runs today in 6 2/3. Now has a 3.26 ERA with his 15-5 record. Ball 1 to Petit. Ian Kinsler hit a first inning homer, his 13th. Victor Martinez hit number 27. For the White Sox, Adam Dunn his 20th. Tyler Flowers his 10th. Bouncer 3rd. Beltre to Odor for the force play. No runs, no hits, and a man left through 5. No score. Honda dealer. Showing you Colin Moran at third base for the Corpus Christi Hooks. He was promoted to Double-A right after the trade from the Miami Marlins, bringing him to the Astros organization. He's hit .307 as a Double-A player for the Hooks. 2 homers, 20 runs batted in, and that's in 25 games. Very good rate. He's currently on a 9-game hitting streak.
Offensively, it seems like it's all there. As this conversation was going on in the dugout for the Rangers between Skip, pitching coach, and pitcher, and that big debate: do you leave a guy in with a no-hitter?
We talked for a while, and that was the end of it.
I love you, man, but I'm going to have to take you out.
Ernest Odor, broken back fly ball, right centered field, dropping in for a hit. Marisnik charges it. Odor is on with hit number 2 for the Rangers.
You know, there's absolutely nothing here that realistically went on, but Jake Marisnik fields this ball like a guy who takes charge. Watch him come darting from right field and now start angling towards second base. I tell you what, I see this guy as a real high-end defensive outfielder.
He has been terrific. Michael Choice is the batter. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning. 1 of 2 strikeouts for Feldman, who delivers strike 1. Marisnik is very rangy. Has that very strong arm. Really has not made a mistake that I can remember, Ash, since he arrived here.
Again, it's kind of unique. I see a play like this one, and really nothing happened on the field. But he made it so nothing could even think about happening.
1-1.
Now, he's got terrific instincts, but he goes beyond that. He's got real good wheels, and he's all out. He's just one of those guys who's going to dive every time there's an opportunity.
Choice with the swing and a miss takes the count to 1-2.
I absolutely love defensively George Springer. Now, yes, he had a number of issues with balls on the ground and committed quite a few errors early on. But when he went after a ball in the air, he caught it. And I don't care how far it was away from him to begin with, he caught it. And he's got a good throwing arm, maybe not quite at the level Marisnik has.
Strike 3 call. Choice is caught looking at strikeout number 3 for Feldman.
This is just spotting the baseball immaculately. Bottom of the knees, outside corner. Look at that front edge of the plate with the knee right there at the hollow.
Auburn did well in the way he received that pitch. Martin, the batter, he's 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly ball. Time is called. Blue Jays shut out the Yankees 2-0 in Toronto today. That was a gem for Drew Hutchison. He went 7 innings. Good stop there by Corp. Hutchison combined with Aaron Sanchez on a 1-hitter. The Yankees, and Jose Bautista homered for the 4th straight game.
Very streaky player. Went in one of his good streaks. As good as you'll find.
Mark Teixeira's 4th inning double was the only hit allowed by Hutchison, who's now 9 innings left. Runner going, swing and a miss. Corcoran's throw in the dirt. The tag. Oh, what a job by Petit. Digging that one out and then slapping the tag on the runner Odor.
Carlos Corcoran comes firing out of here just perfectly. The throw was not perfect, although it left Petit with the chance that if he catches the ball, he gets the out because the runner's coming right into the glove. Really no tag intentionally applied. This is just catch it. And a really tough catch was made.
Two outs. It's a 1-1 pitch here. Martin with the ground ball up the middle. Diving Petit. Look at this play. Gregorio Petit on display. Fabulous effort, diving up the middle and then rolling over with the accurate throw to get Martin. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite, showing you what just happened in the top of the 6th inning. First of all, swing and a miss by Martin, the throw from Corbin, and then Gregorio Petit charges over, makes the play on the one-hop throw. Now, ball up the middle by Martin. He throws him out with a spectacular diving effort.
Spectacular is the right word. This is just doing it special. And quite frankly, some of the game's most exceptional athletes are shortstops, and they'll put some gems on you. But this is among those gems that shortstops make.
Yeah, that's something, diving up the middle like that. There's no room for any kind of a bobble or a throw that isn't perfect. Robbie Ross coming out of the game after 70 pitches, has a no-hitter through 5, walking 3, fanning 5. He just pitched 2 days ago, throwing 42 pitches, and that's the reason he's being removed, and Phil Klein is coming in.
Klein just 10 innings of work and a 2.70 ERA, so in limited opportunities he's pitched very well. 5 hits allowed in those 10 innings and 3 walks. Right-hand hitters 0.48. That's about time to tune that up a little bit.
Robbie Grossman has grounded out twice tonight. Klein will be facing the Astros for the 3rd time this season. He pitched 1 hitless inning here August 9th, and then he pitched Thursday night here, another hitless frame. He's from Columbus, Ohio, went to Youngstown State, listed at 6'7", 230. He delivers, strike 1. This Ranger bullpen has 16 wins to tie for the American League lead. And a 4.09 ERA for the Rangers relief staff. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
By the way, Brownie, I just want to touch back on, we were talking about Cy Young Award candidates, some of the names that might be involved. Dallas Keuchel is currently 9th best in the American League in ERA. He leads the league in complete games by a pair of complete games, 5 to the next best 3. Now, I'm not saying that I think Dallas Keuchel is going to win the Cy Young Award, but he's going to get some votes. He's going to get some maybe non-first place votes. In fact, I don't even know, as I mentioned this, how the voting goes for Cy Young Award. But he has had the type of year that deserves consideration.
Very strong year for Dallas. Grossman looks at ball 2, and it's 2-2. Well, it's all but decided right now. Clayton Kershaw is certainly the front runner in the National League, not only for Cy Young, but he's being talked about as an MVP of that league as well. Grossman's down as a strikeout victim. That's number 6 of the night for Astros hitters. And Klein gets off to a good start without Altuve to follow.
You know, we talk about strikeouts and the impact that statistic is having on Major League Baseball right now. And you watch some of the strikeouts on pitches that are right in a nice hitting zone. It just seems that things are different for the moment for the hitters.
Jose Altuve has a strikeout and a walk tonight. Chris Carter on deck. Ball 1 in tight. Klein has pitched at AA, AAA, and the majors this year. He came up from Round Rock August 1st. Had 10 saves in the minors. You might have noticed that stat line on Altuve a moment ago. He fouls that one away for a 1-1 count. The batting average on balls in play, an excellent .351 for Jose. And as you can see, there's no shift on for him. The infielders play him straight up, so he has more holes all around the field. Rips this one, and that's another hit. Beltre just flagged at it. It goes into the left field corner. Extra bases for Altuve. He takes the turn at second, and the throw comes into third. 35th double for Jose Altuve. That's an 8-game hitting streak for him. And the applause is tremendous. 185 hits.
It's just really something. Look at him take a glance in that direction. I wonder if he noticed Beltre well off the line. And Beltre doing what he does, just goofing around, having fun, mocking throwing the glove at the ball. This guy is amazing. Either line totally in play for Altuve, and everything in between.
185 hits. Melky Cabrera trailing by a wide margin back at 167. Chris Carter, he rips one foul, strike one. Carter's 0 for 2.
By the way, the 35 doubles now for Jose put him tied for third in the league. Running away and hiding is Miguel Cabrera at 42 right now.
Joe Mauer won the American League batting crown in 06 as a 24-year-old. Alex Rodriguez did it in 96 as a 24 or younger player. Altuve could do it this year at age 24.
Carter got another pitch to handle. Talking about the one he got earlier in the ball game.
Carter with 12 home runs in the month of August, tied for the club record. Jeff Bagwell did it. Ty Wigginton did it. Carter strikes out. 93 miles per hour from Phil Klein, taking care of out number 2.
The way this ball's been thrown by Robbie Grossman and Chris Carter here in the inning, looking at the gun, my anticipation is to see about 97 miles an hour. But it's in the low 90s, and it makes it all the more surprising.
Now Dexter Fowler gets the 2-out RBI opportunity. Fowler is 0 for 2. With men in scoring position, Dexter has hit .297 this year. With 2 outs and men in scoring position, Fowler is a .367 hitter. Fowler rolls over on that one. T. Brock to make the play. It's 1-1. That weighted runs created plus of 128, a pretty good number for Dexter Fowler, well above major league average, taking ballpark factor into consideration. And that's important for Dexter because after his years with the Rockies, there's that stigma about him being a Coors Field type hitter who hasn't hit nearly as well on the road, but he has hung in there quite well without the Coors Field effect this season.
What is the statistical effect of Minute Maid Park this year? Is it up or down compared to league average?
I have not checked, but in the last few years it's been about neutral.
Because it's a unique ballpark. Obviously, to center field, gap to gap, it's huge. But straight away, either direction and down the lines, very favorable for the hitters. So it kind of depends on what type of hitter you're talking about here.
Sure does. Fowler swings at it. It's 3-2. From what we're hearing through the rumor mill, there's a chance that moving in that center field wall could be considered for next year.
Yeah, I really like the ballpark the way it's constituted, but I could understand if that depth 436 is impairing the ability to bring in some big time hitters as free agents, then you're probably best served by bringing it in. I don't know that it has that impact.
Line shot, and it's one hop by Odor. He throws him out. No runs, 1 hit, a runner stranded through 6, no score.
Park, and it's time to introduce you to the progressive fan of the game. And with Denise McHaney, she's staff sergeant. You're stationed in Rosenberg, is that right? Well, we welcome you here. It's, of course, Military Appreciation Day today. What does that mean to you for the Houston Astros to do something like this?
It's an honor. I really appreciate when people recognize us for serving our country. So I'm having a great time. It's really fun to be out here being appreciated by the Astros.
There's a few of you. I see you said someone from your squadron was here too?
Squadron mates are down here, so we're just all out here enjoying the ball game together.
Have a great time, and thanks for all that you do.
Thank you so much.
All right, Brownie.
Thanks, Julia. No score. We move to inning number 7 with Scott Feldman on the mound. Elvis Andrus in the box. And that slider's good for strike 1. Andrus is 0 for 2. Rangers have 2 singles off Feldman in the 5th inning by Rua and the 6th inning by Odor. Andrus looks at it. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Oklahoma City is at Iowa with a scoreless game underway in the top of the 3rd inning. Breaking pitch makes it 1-2 to Andrus. Joe Sclafani is batting right now in that game. He has a reaching base streak of over 40 games in the PCL. Ground ball. Petit to his left. 1 out.
Nice easy arm there for Petit. Doesn't look like he's trying to crank it up. Just flips it with the end of the arm, the wrist in particular, and puts a lot on it.
Now Alex Rios bats for the 3rd time. He lined to a sliding Robbie Grossman in left in the 1st, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Feldman trying for win number 8 of the season. He's needed just 76 pitches. That's about the most economical I can remember an Astro starter through 6 1/3 this year. Maybe somebody's lower than that, Ash.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
24,771 the attendance on Nolan and Reed Ryan bobblehead night.
Are you one of the lucky 50 to have gotten the autograph version?
No, but Nolan and Reed were coming through the hallway when you were in here, so you didn't get to see him, right?
I did not see him. They were ducking me again.
2-0, and somebody asked Nolan, well, you must be the guy with the most bobbleheads in history, right? And he kind of laughed. He said, well, we've got minor league clubs. You know, they love to give away bobbleheads with their minor league clubs. Nolan and Reed have been involved with, of course, Corpus Christi and Round Rock.
Are you saying he shook his head back and forth when answering?
Yeah, he did. Pop foul and back. And then I guess one of the Mets minor league clubs just had a Nolan Ryan bob. So you think about, you know, he pitched for the Mets and the Angels and the Astros and Rangers. So if all of those clubs minor league teams did Nolan Ryan bobblehead giveaways, wow.
Pretty good chance. 1969, Nolan Ryan, a part of that miracle Mets squad.
What a great year that was for fans of the Mets. What they did kind of defied logic. Ground ball fair and fielded by Guzman.
Man landed on the moon and the Mets won the World Series.
Yeah.
Which was the greater accomplishment?
I think maybe the Mets winning the World Series was more surprising, actually. It's kind of a, is that a slash line bobblehead move?
I don't know, but Reed seems a lot more enthusiastic than Nolan.
Kind of a diagonal bobblehead. 2 outs and it's Beltre batting. Beltre's 0 for 2. Ball 1 to him. That was just crazy the way that Mets team caught fire in the second half of the season. That young pitching staff, Tommy Agee and Leon Jones and those guys. 2-0 and then beat Baltimore in the World Series. I think that's Nolan Ryan's only World Series.
I believe it is. Yeah, he said he thought, wow, this is going to be easy. You come to the big leagues and you go to the World Series. But 25 or whatever years later, still waiting for that next one.
Yeah. 3 balls, no strikes for Feldman. Feldman has not walked a batter tonight. That's a strike, and it's 3-1.
Well, that was a respect pitch. Legit slider, perfectly placed down and away for the first strike.
I bet it was. Here's a guy who can put them in the lead with one swing. Cranks on that one, but he fouls it. It's 3-2 now to Beltre.
That was an air-out swing right there, too, and Beltre had in mind exactly what you're saying. Get one and put my team on top.
Got himself behind the left knee.
This guy obviously loves playing the game.
Well, you find out when he goes through a season like this.
Yeah, with the Rangers taking it on the chin so much. Worst record in Major League Baseball. But Adrian Beltre's having a great season. Okay, well, that's fine. But he just seems to have fun every day and every moment during the course of that season. Altuve's the same way.
Still 3-2. This is a battle that might determine this ball game the way it's been going.
Jose is just not quite the flamboyant personality right now that Adrian Beltre is. But who's to say Altuve doesn't get there in that regard? Friendly, nice, engaging, acts anything like other than the guy that's leading the major leagues in hitting.
Ball 4. First walk of the night for Feldman. And Rua will follow as we go to Julia Morales.
Thank you, Brownie. 2015 Astros season tickets are on sale right now. Enjoy some of the best seats at Minute Maid Park. Get the best value and receive great benefits throughout the season. Call 1-877-9-ASTROS now to reserve your seats.
Thanks, Julia.
Yeah, I think this young man took one in the face and seems to be happy to have the baseball, and he'll go ahead and take the consequences.
Wow. Tough guy, huh?
No kidding.
There's a shot and a nice play by Dominguez to his left. He takes a hit away from Rua. No runs, no hits, and a man left. And the leathers being flashed on the left side of the infield tonight by Petit and Dominguez in a scoreless game.
Into the bottom of the 7th, and I'm joined here by Nolan and Reed Ryan while they're bobbleheads, and that inspired our Twitter question: how much did Dad influence your love of baseball? We got some really good responses. KRoll03 tweets, "My dad has taken me to Astros games since I was born. Our love for the game is something we will always share." Jerome SC Pila tweeted, "My father taught me how to read using MLB recaps in the newspaper. Also took me to my first Astros game as a baby." That is so neat. Thank you very much for tweeting me at Ho Chen CSN. Guys, over to you.
Well, Ho Chen, as we're in the 7th inning stretch here, and you see all the activity there. Fans are getting souvenirs. Alan Ashby's been throwing out peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Ho-Chen, what about you? Because you grew up in Houston. What's your experience?
Well, my dad used to bring me to different games where Taiwan, they would actually come over to Calgary. I grew up in Canada. And we would actually house some of those Taiwanese ball players in our house. They would sleep in the basement. Our basement was developed, so they were sleeping on carpet, not concrete. And that's how I kind of got introduced to it. Also in Canada, the Blue Jays and Expos were huge, so outside of hockey, they were the next best thing on TV, and so I got really into it that way.
Interesting. Jesus Guzman taking ball 1 from Phil Klein. Now it's ball 2 from Klein, who came in last inning, survived a 1-out double by Altuve, had 2 strikeouts. 2 balls, no strikes. So Ron Washington is piecing this one together. Robbie Ross left after 70 pitches and 5 no-hit innings.
Was that our hand-dancing girl from last year?
Yeah.
And look, she's, oh my goodness.
That looks a lot like her.
What was her name, Julia? Do you remember?
Oh, no. Is it Natalie or?
No, it wasn't Casey. Was it Macy? I don't know. I'm not sure.
That sounds kind of right.
Something like that. Yeah. Guzman takes a 4-pitch walk. And that leadoff opportunity here for the Astros with the walk. He's aboard for Carlos Corcoran, who's 0 for 2. I'll go with Macy on that.
I think Julia needs to go find out the scoop on why that blue jersey's being worn.
I know, right?
Well,
we can only, we'll only know if that's really her if she dances the way we remember her.
That's true.
From last year.
Just encourage her a bit.
She might have a new dance, though.
I know. She probably has a new move this year.
Corcoran's flied out twice in this game.
Sounds like a Seinfeld episode getting ready to happen. But Jerry, she's got a new move.
Well, there was a proposal earlier, Julia. You were probably too busy to see it, but
no, I saw it.
Okay.
It happened right behind me. That was a Rangers fan proposing to his Rangers fan girlfriend here at Minute Maid Park in Houston.
That's right. So what do you figure that's all about?
I don't know.
Let's strike 1.
But they seem happy, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
There they are.
Very happy. There's the blissful couple at Minute Maid Park.
My favorite part about this was he got down on one knee and she said yes, but he still had a speech to give, and so she kind of interrupted it. So then he had to get it out, and then she said yes again. See, I'm all over this.
Well, that's a nervous time for a guy. That's there's a nervous time over on the Astro bench too. They had all of 0.2 seconds to react to that one.
I wondered why you had that stopwatch out. Look at this thing get hooked over there. Ooh. And thank goodness it goes in a dugout and not in the seats.
Wow. You bet. Now imagine if Corp had flailed away like that and hit that zinger at the happy couple we just looked at. That would spoil the moment.
Might you have assumed that was a sign?
So, keep your eyes on the field there, guys. Never know. Carlos Corcoran's going to get into one. Fly ball left field line, coming over for a choice. That is going to be dropping in for a hit and kicking into the seats for a double. Corcoran with double number 6 of the year gets Guzman to third with nobody out.
This is just a reach out fly ball down the left field side, but that shift of the outfield cost the Rangers. They had their left fielder played well towards center field, and when it's all said and done, this lazy fly ball drops for a 2-bagger.
First extra base hit came from Altuve in the 6th. Second extra base hit comes from Corcoran here in the 7th. Now the infield comes in with nobody out, and Jake Marisnick, the batter, he's 0 for 2.
You know what this is? This is an inning where you should get 2 runs.
The high chop, runner coming to the plate. No throw there. The throw goes to first. It's thrown away. And now here comes Corcoran. He'll make it 2-0. And Marisnick winds up at second. Marisnick with a high chopping ball hit it back to Klein. And he looked home, but then didn't see a play there on Guzman and threw the ball away at first base.
I think he had a better play at home than he did at first base. Marisnick runs well. Infield was not in the most ideal positioning to make this play. A good throw likely gets Marisnick. But I think in a 0-0 ball game in the 7th inning with Feldman pitching the way he is, that I would have chosen to come to home plate. Let's see what the timing. They're right there. Yeah, to me, there's a play. Definite play to be had.
It's ruled a single and an RBI for Marisnick. That's his 7th run batted in. Then the error on Klein allows the 2nd run to score. Corcoran coming home. Mike Maddox out.
That is the 5th infield hit now for Marisnick in an Astros uniform.
Good stat. So if he makes contact with his speed, he can make something out of it. And that's what is necessitated by the infield in situation, making contact. Sean Tollison, right-handed pitcher, warming up. Matt Dominguez, the batter. Dominguez with a fly ball to center and a walk, up for the 3rd time. Petit is on deck. This fly ball goes out to center, chasing Martin back. Marisnick will tag. He'll move to 3rd base. Martin with a throw. He airs it out, but not in time to get Marisnick.
Well, Marisnick read this one while off the bag. Trying to size up, was it going to drop or be caught? As soon as he realized it would be caught, he got back to the bag, tagged up nicely. But this is a strong throwing arm in center field. Tell you what, this play generally is not even going to be an effort coming to 3rd. And yet Martin makes it rather close.
Now Ron Washington brings in the infield again. Petit the batter. Petit is 0 for 2. One high. Sometimes with the hitter thinking fly ball to get the run home. Pitcher would try to tempt him by throwing a little bit higher, try to get him to chase. Runner coming. Here's a squeeze, and it's foul back. It's a hard pitch to bunt.
The key on the squeeze is make sure you at least make contact without popping it up. But the other key is make sure that you don't pull away and fail to bunt that pitch. The only thing otherwise that Petit could have done is let the ball hit him.
Now 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Bobby Grossman's on deck. Two and 2 to Petit.
That's a big run to be had down at 3rd base, and right now is the time to get it.
Now a full count. Inning started with a walk, then Corcoran with a pop fly double. Made it 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. The infield came in. Marisnick did a high chopper back to the pitcher Klein. They went for an RBI infield hit. Ball was thrown away by the pitcher and a second run scored. Now a swing and a miss gets him out, number 2. Certainly looked like ball 4.
Yeah, just a fastball that gets away in. Kind of a higher version of the one that was thrown on the squeeze attempt.
Ron Washington's on his way to the mound. Robbie Grossman due up next. The bullpen has been busy. Let's see from tonight's game. Yeah, that's, I think her name is Macy. Yeah, that's the girl.
Was that prompted by Julia, or did that just come out naturally?
I'm guessing she was watching on the phone.
Oh, somebody notified her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Either that or she's 24/7 watching us.
That's highly unlikely. Let's go to Julia right now.
Thank you very much, Brownie. Well, that ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that we saw the wives take part in earlier, it's been, all over the country and for a very good cause. And the Houston Astros have definitely been a huge part of that. Well, we put together a video recently showing the Astros organization supporting this great cause.
Jay, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. That was a great video. I'm glad we had a chance to show you. But the Astros definitely being a huge part of that, trying to raise money and awareness. And some of these guys have actually been affected by the disease, so taken very personally, and then they appreciate that as well, guys.
Thanks, Julia. Sean Tollison has come out of the bullpen for the Rangers. They trail 2-0. The Astros have a runner at third and 2 outs in the 7th inning. Tollison's 2-1. His ERA is 2.86, and he has pitched once in this series. That was Thursday night. Struck out 62 in 63 innings. He had a hitless inning Thursday night in the Astros 4-2 win.
Another case of the man holding down the right-hand hitters. 197 for the righties. We've seen a couple of guys come out of the Rangers pen with some nice numbers. Some guys with limited opportunities. Overall, it has not been a good year for those guys.
Tollison's 26. He'll be facing Robbie Grossman, who's 0 for 3. Tollison was born in Dallas, went to Baylor. Drafted by the Dodgers in 2010. Waivers got him to Texas. A waiver claim last November. The Astros had a waiver claim acquisition today. Samuel DeDuno, right-handed pitcher from the Minnesota Twins, acquired by the Astros. He has 3 days to report. Unlikely to be here before rosters expand September 1st. Grossman fouls it. There's strike 1. And Bo Porter was asked about him before the game tonight. Said, well, he was aware that this was happening, but until he arrives, he's not too sure how DeDuno will be used. Fly ball out into right center field. Rios coming for it, and on the run, he makes the catch. The Astros break the scoring ice here in the 7th inning with 2 runs on 2 hits. With an error, they lead it 2-0.
over the Rangers. As promised earlier in the game, we have the AT&T fan photo of the game. Let's check out who we're showing today. We've got Marissa Pyle with this picture. This guy's in his Astros t-shirt. Nice stuff. Thank you for tweeting. And remember to tweet your photos at hashtag CSNH fan photo for a chance to be shown in an upcoming broadcast. Brought to you by AT&T. Guys.
Thanks, Julia. 2-0 ball game, and there's the waiver claim by the Astros. Right-hander Samuel Deduno claimed off waivers from the Twins. 2-5 with a 4.60 ERA. Josh Zeid has been placed on the 60-day disabled list to clear up a spot on the roster for Deduno. Now Adam Rosales hits it in the air, and Jose Altuve is underneath it. That is a one-pitch first out in the 8th inning for Scott Feldman. 90 pitches tonight. Julia, back to you.
Thank you. After tomorrow's game against the Rangers, I want you to head over to the Flying Saucer at 705 Main Street for a post-game party featuring drink specials from Z Tequila. Some of the Astros front office will be there for a meet and greet, including Sig Mejdal, and the Director of Decision Sciences, and Alan Rowan, the Assistant Director of Player Development. We'll see you there.
Well, Sig is a former rocket scientist with NASA, so there's strike one to Taylese. He's 0 for 2.
I thought this was not rocket science. That's what I was always told when I overthought stuff early on.
Well, actually, it is rocket science.
It is? Okay. See, I got bad advice early in my career.
1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, Darren Downs started for Corpus Christi last night on his minor league rehab assignment. 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs. He'll probably make 1 more appearance this weekend and rejoin the Astros if things go well. Taylese with swing and a miss. That takes the count to 1-2. The Rangers have 2 hits off Feldman. A 5th inning single by Rua. A 6th inning hit by Odor.
Feldman has had his way throughout the night, mixing in the different breaking balls, spotting the fastball.
Been a pitching clinic, hasn't it?
Really has been. And obviously rather effective for Robbie Ross on the other side, first 5 innings.
Bounce to Matt Dominguez. 2 outs. Crowd's enjoying the night. Odor is next. He is 1 for 2. Twins and Orioles are tied 1-1. They're in the top of the 6th in Baltimore. Marlins 4, Braves 0 at the end of 7. Donovan Solano has a homer in Atlanta, number 3 of the year. Indians 1, Royals 0, bottom of the 6th in Kansas City. In a very important game. The Royals trying to hang on to first place. That's a strike. Detroit has a doubleheader today. In game 2, Detroit leads the White Sox 5-0 after the White Sox won the first game. And the Royals had a half-game lead when the day started, so it's 1 game at the moment. 0-2. A lot of excitement around Kansas City, as you know, even though some of the crowds haven't been very big. That Kansas City club has not been to the playoffs since '85. That's the longest drought. Royals have quite a hard-throwing bullpen this year. So if they get the lead through 6, they're in very good shape. 1-2. So let's see what's going on with the standings. Royals currently 1 game in front of the Tigers. Indians are still in it, 4.5 back. The Astros have a series remaining with the Indians. Almost all their remaining series are against contenders, except the Rangers and Mets. Still 1-2. The Angels coming up Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 7:10 here. First place club in the AL West. And they'll be going to Anaheim and Seattle and Oakland. A lot of big games coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Phillies lead the Mets 6-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Marlon Byrd has hit his 25th. Did you get a chance to see the end of that Dodger-Padre game last night?
No, I didn't catch an end to that.
We caught the end of this inning, and that's a 1-2-3 8th for Scott Feldman, and it's 2-0 Astros.
from Jake Marisnick. It's not really such a big hit in distance anyway, but that little infield single, as it turns out, with a throwing error tacked on, gets the Astros a pair of runs as they jump on top 2-0. And the way Scott Feldman's been sailing along, it looks like maybe 10 runs on the board's worth.
As the Astros bat in the 8th, the Rangers have the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the 9th. Jose Altuve has a double tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Currently hitting .333. That's up 1 point. In the air, and it's a foul ball. Will it be in play, though? Taylor will not be able to get to that. Strike for Altuve. I was telling Jose about the batting race. I think the year was 1976, Ash, when Ken Griffey Sr. was the leader going into the final day of the season. And he had a lead of, I believe, about 2 points over Bill Madlock. And he was talking to some of his teammates and coaches on the team who advised him that his odds of winning the batting title would be better served by not playing. So he was not in the starting lineup that day. Madlock overtook him. He did get into the game and later went 0 for 2, but he was behind Madlock at that point, so he lost the batting crown.
That's really tough. That's a challenge Ted Williams took on some years earlier and had a big final day to win it.
Deep drive to center field. Martin tracks it down. He is leading all center fielders in putouts per 9 innings this season.
Well, I imagine there have been a lot of balls raked from gap to gap against the Texas Rangers this year.
Good point. Bruce Carter next. He's 0 for 3. That's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're going to lead the league in fielding attempts as a shortstop, for example, you better have some ground ball pitchers on your staff.
Carter takes it, and it's ball 1 from Tollison.
I think there's an assumption by some people that the infielder who gets the most chances therefore must have the best range. And I would take the first look, for me anyway, at the pitchers on the staff that led to those ground balls.
Absolutely. 2-0. Pirates beat the Reds 3-2. All 3 coming in the Pittsburgh first, giving Vance Worley his 6th win. Alfredo Simon was the loser, and Mark Melancon got his 26th save. Three balls, no strikes. You know, we talked about the Kansas City Royals being in that long playoff drought. Well, the Pirates ended theirs, as you know. Clint Hurdle was able to put them over the hump and get them back in the playoffs. Greg Biggio was talking about Clint Hurdle and the mentality he brought to that Pirate club. It certainly has worked into a very winning type environment. That's a walk to Carter.
Labor Day sale. Save 50% and get MLB.com at-bat premium features for only $4.99. Follow every Astros game the rest of the season with MLB.com at-bat on your favorite smartphone, phone, or tablet. At-bat delivers live Astros baseball wherever you happen to be. Download the #1 app for live Astros baseball on the App Store today. Sale ends soon. Visit Astros.com for complete details.
Dexter Fowler is 2 for 3 against Tollison. Showing bunt, he looks at ball 1. Fowler 0 for 3. You can catch some very good Labor Day sales, Ash. Some tremendous price reductions.
Some of those sales end soon.
So would that be Monday?
Could be. Monday at 11:59 Eastern Time.
1-1. I always like it when you have those specific answers ready. Could be.
Thanks.
All right, so we should get all of our savings and go to the store, or maybe not.
I've got a limb that I jump onto, and it's not real hardy.
Fowler takes it. It's in the dirt. It's 2 balls and a strike. Cleveland leads 1-0 at Kansas City, bottom of the 6th inning. A lot of implications for both of those clubs in that one, with the Tribe trailing the Royals by 4.5. 3 balls and a strike. Terry Francona's club will be coming to Houston. Just one more homestand after this one, right, Ash?
That is absolutely true. That's a 7 game?
Sounds right. Yeah, I think it's 4 with Cleveland. Line drive over shortstop, out into left center field. Choice goes over and snags it. Round number 2.
Nice hit bat by Dexter. You hit a ball that way to the other gap, and you feel like you should get something for it. And Dexter almost did. It looked like this ball might have found its way into the lights for a moment. That's about the trajectory of shots that will get lost in the lights.
Yes, it is.
Well, Brownie, that's really something. One more homestand on the year.
Just hit us, didn't it? Hadn't really thought about it till now.
I had taken notice.
Jesus Guzman is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And the throw goes to first. In that Cleveland Kansas City game, 1-0 Indians. They got their run in the 4th. They're now in the top of the 7th inning. Trevor Bauer started for the Tribe, going 5 2/3. James Shields on the mound for Kansas City. Guzman takes a look at it, and it's ball 1. Didn't finish that moment we were talking about earlier about Joe Sheehan's article in Sports Illustrated, that with all the strikeouts in the game now and the pace of the game, he feels that Rob Manfred, the new commissioner, should really address pace of play first and foremost.
Oh, please do.
Looping hit to left field for Guzman. Carter to second base, and the Astros stir up a 2-out rally.
Well, I couldn't be more in agreement with the assessment you just talked about, or more in agreement to the notion of referring to that as a base hit for Guzman.
Mike Maddox is on his way to the hill.
And on shoulder, it's time to talk, son.
What else is going on around baseball? Josh Harrison has 25 extra base hits since the break to lead the majors. Kyle Hendricks with the Cubs, 5-1 with 191. Michael Pineda has revived the Yankees rotation. Felix Hernandez gave up a career-high 4 homers last night, and it's going to be a 3rd Tommy John surgery for Johnny Bench.
3rd time's a charm, they say.
Can you come back from 3? Has anybody come back from 3?
Wouldn't that be something to be faced with, having to do that for a 3rd time?
Oh, gosh. It's just all the rehab, all the work that goes into it, and now it's all ahead of him again for a 3rd time.
That makes it sound like there's something fundamentally wrong with that area of the body if it just keeps going wrong.
Yeah. Carlos Corcoran is 1 for 3. Pop fly double to left.
Wonder if throwing the baseball overhand could be impacting that elbow.
The human body was not designed to do that. There's strike 1.
Yeah, there are a fair number of guys who have had 2 Tommy John surgeries. Going to a 3rd one, that's just over the top.
Yeah.
I think when you wind up facing 2 shoulder surgeries, you're probably done.
Corcoran looks at it. It's 1-1.
In fact, it used to be some years back that if you had to have shoulder surgery, or that was deemed to be the case, you were probably done right then.
Yes. Elbow, not a big problem usually. 3 elbows,
that becomes a problem. Start eating my breakfast cereal with the other hand.
1-2. That violent emotion of releasing the baseball. And we were talking the other night, not you and I, but about Wade Miller, Ash. And he was a fine pitcher for the Astros, as many people remember. But he had that kind of a violent delivery. And even when he was just sailing along, there were people with the team who thought, well, better enjoy it while it lasts, because with that delivery, he's a candidate at any time to blow out.
You know, I've watched guys through the years. I'm not sure I'm in agreement with looking at a delivery and saying this delivery is going to cause problems, this one isn't, because I've seen too many cases go the other way for guys like that. But yeah, I thought Wade was destined to become just one of the top end major league pitchers.
He was very good. Very horse of a guy, could pile on the innings. Great competitor. Corcoran strikes out. That's the end of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We go to the 9th, 2-0 Astros. Sportsnet is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Slotomania. Play Slotomania and escape anywhere. Text GAME to 555-888 or download for free in your local app store. Scott Feldman, who has 3 complete games in his career and 1 complete game shutout, takes a 2-0 lead to the 9th against the Texas Rangers. He's allowed 2 singles, and he's walked 1 through 8. His complete game here against Toronto was August 3rd, a 6-1 win. Gave up 8 hits and 1 run in 9 innings, throwing 109 pitches. He's thrown 101 right now. Michael Choice leads it off. He has struck out twice looking. The Astros are tied for the league lead in complete games. They have 6 as a team. Bullpen is busy, though, and there's strike 1. Feldman trying to beat the Rangers for the 3rd time in his career. He has been masterful tonight. He shut them out for 7 innings at Texas, April 11th, but got a no decision. Curveball gets him, well, a call went to first base. It didn't go his way, and it's 1-1 on Choice. There's Chad Qualls, the Astros closer, warming up. Martin and Andrus due up next. Good action on that one. And it's 1-2 to Michael Choice.
This has been masterful. Scott Feldman does not have the ability to rear back and bring the mid-90s type stuff. But he paints, and he has painted with Sherwin-Williams and many other very good ones.
Strikeout number 5.
Well, he gets nice running action on that pitch that he starts away. Carlos does a steady, great job with receiving those pitches.
Martin is 0 for 3. Dallas Keuchel has 5 complete games. There is strike one. He and Feldman, the two Astros pitchers to go the distance this season. It's a smash past the diving Dominguez, who was pulled in on the grass, and Martin rammed it past him for hit number 3 for the Rangers.
Boy, when you slap it the other way, and that was more than slapping, really slashing it the other way, makes it get on that third baseman so quickly.
Martin has 22 steals. Rangers, though, are down by 2. Andrews the batter. Andrews 0 for 3. Rangers have been caught stealing more than any other team in the American League. Ball 1. 2 of the first 3 starts for Feldman this year produced shutout ball. 6 2/3 innings here against the Yankees opening night. 7 shutout innings at Texas in his 3rd start. Upstairs for ball 2, and it's 2-0. The Rangers have been a strange team in many ways. But in one, they have the highest ERA in the American League, 4.72. But also, they've pitched 16 shutouts. Fly ball center field. Fowler backing on it for the catch for out number 2. The Rangers have been blanked 8 times, and Feldman is 1 out away from making it number 9 for them. The Astros have 2 shutouts as a staff. Alex Rios is 0 for 3. Fans are really into the game that Feldman has pitched tonight, and they are up 24,771. I've seen Feldman work very quickly through this Ranger lineup tonight. That's ball 1. He was perfect until 1 out in the 5th.
This is not a guy to hang one on.
Just off the plate.
Well, that's well done right there. Alex Rios, once upon a time, a guy who battled and did well in the All-Star Game Home Run Derby. That's exactly where Corpy wanted it.
Out of play, 2-1. The Astros shooting for win number 58 of the year. Holders Club had 51 wins last year at the end of the season. This is more wins already, even before the arrival of September, than the Astros have had in an entire season since 2010. That's strike 2.
Right back to mastery with that pitch.
Adrian Beltre is on deck. Rios stunned the ball first time up at Robbie Grossman. Had a great sliding catch on him in left field. Ground ball, shortstop. Petit from a knee, firing to Altuve to complete the shutout for Feldman. A 2-0 win for the Astros that gives them the silver boot. First time since 2006 they have won the silver boot, winning the season series from the Rangers. Jake Marisnick had the big infield hit, driving in the first, and then with an error combined, scoring the second run when Corcoran came home on his bouncer. It took a tidy 2 hours and 25 minutes. Feldman getting win number 8 of the season, and it is a 3-hitter, all the hits singles. Feldman going to 8-10. Phil Klein, the loser, is 0-2. Final 2-0. The Astros shut out the Rangers.